Hey guys, okay, what's up? Today I am going to go over what diastasis recti is. And first off, it can be pronounced in multiple ways, but I say diastasis. I'm from Atlanta. I don't know how other people say it, but that's how it is. So what it is, and I get this because it happens to a lot of women post-pregnancy or during pregnancy rather. And simply it is a separation of our rectus abdominis because the linea alba, which holds it together, comes apart. So if you think about it, when you have, where you see a six pack, that is our rectus abdominis, or so whoever's rectus abdominis. It's separated into two parts and it's held together by the linea alba, which is a sheath type muscle. So it's thinner. It's not a super thick muscle like the rectus abdominis is. But when we are pregnant as women, we get that external pressure being pushed on the rectus abdominis because of the excess weight that is from the baby and from the stomach being stretched. So when that happens, if things are not working as they should, meaning our diaphragm, our core strength, those deep inner core muscles, when I say core strength, I'm not talking about the rectus abdominis, I'm talking about your TVA, your diaphragm, your pelvic floor muscles, your back extensors, all of that. If they're not getting the proper engagement that they should, it can really put too much pressure, if you will, on that rectus abdominis and cause it to split. So if you do things where you cause a bulge in your stomach, if you will, like if you're doing a plank and that's putting external pressure on that rectus abdominis, that can hurt things. So pregnant women, no planking, no crunching, because crunching is going to cause that doming as well of that sheath to come too far together and then can separate. We want to really think about what we're doing, and the best way to do that is through deep breathing exercises. You want to think about your diaphragm is sitting right up on the top. So if you think about an umbrella, if you will, that's your diaphragm. Like when an umbrella is open, your diaphragm is at the top, your pelvic floor is at the bottom. It's a big canister. And when you inhale, you want to think about how your diaphragm is being pushed down, as well as pushing everything else down. Your core should be in tune with that as well. And then when you exhale, it kind of rises back up, pelvic floor comes up. So your pelvic floor and your diaphragm work hand in hand, but the core has to be those deep inner core muscles, so those internal obliques and your TVA all need to be, and those back extensors and the paraspinals, everything on your spine need to be working together as well. So it's learning to breathe in the right way and really get that core connection that can help heal diastasis as well as prevent it during pregnancy. And there's different ways to check for diastasis. First, you would check either above the navel, and to actually say that you have diastasis, it has to be over 2 fingers in width, and the depth is the other thing you want to check for. So if you can really push down in, if you feel something squishy and you can keep pressing, then chances are that is diastasis. You can check, so again, above the navel, below the navel, and then also it can be completely all the way down as well. So it tends to be either above because your ribs are flared and you're tighter in your upper part of your core, or your pelvic floor has some things going on and so you're weaker down there or tighter and you tend to separate on that area. So those are the ways you can check for it, but just remember, diastasis is not an actual rip of the muscle itself. It is the lining that holds the rectus abdominis together. So you got two sides, linea alba is holding it together. Linea alba is what separates and what causes diastasis. So that's what diastasis recti is. Hope that helps a little bit. Be sure to check my video on breathing and deep breathing to work on ways to really engage that core and help prevent and heal postpartum if that is an issue that you do have, that diastasis, and try to bring it back together so you can be good as new.